Austin, a 6-time WWE champion.
This may not take long. What in the world?
Well, Jericho crowing about respect didn't show Batista any. All he did was enrage the animal.
I got to question not only Jericho's strategy, but his sanity. First he gets in the face of Stone Cold Steve Austin, the special referee, and then he slaps the face of the animal Batista. What's Jericho thinking?
Talking to himself.
Wait a minute, you think he might be leaving? I'm sure he thinks, he must think that Steve Austin is going to be prejudiced or biased. He's walking out of here.
Hey, Chris. I know that you think if you get disqualified or counted out, you retain the title, but tonight that ain't gonna happen. If Stone Cold Steve Austin counts you out or disqualifies your little ass, that title is changing hands tonight, and that's the bottom line, 'cause Stone Cold said so.
Now the special guest ref has laid down the law, and the champ's got no choice.
That should put an end to Jericho's walk, but here comes the count. Well, actually, Michael, he still does have a choice. I guess Austin could do that.
I guess he's headed. Here we go. And Jericho back in the ring. Matchup resumes. It's Batista versus Jericho for the world title.
Well, and did that answer Jericho's question as to whether Stone Cold is going to be biased or not in this match? Whoa, there's a return slap.
Yeah, a little retaliation from Batista. And Batista off that high elbow, looking to wear down the world champion. The power game in Batista's favor. Ooh, as you can see by that suplex. First cover of the matchup for the world title. Shoulders down and a kick out by Jericho.
I think everything is in Batista's favor in this match. You know what? I can't even think for the life of me what Jericho should do.
He's got to concentrate on his opponent, King. He's the world champion. He wants to be treated like all the other great champions that have held that title. That's what Jericho said last week.
Well, I thought the strategy he started to employ early on was the best. Just walk away, but now, thanks to the rattlesnake, he can't do that.
Well, there's the crafty champion Jericho. Buys himself a little bit of time, and
I think Austin's supposed to start a count there. Batista being out of the ring.
ooh, it may allow Jericho to switch the momentum in the matchup. Jericho is so effective when he is able to control the pace.
Well, you're right, Michael. I think Jericho somehow, if it's possible, has to try to put the fact that the referee is Stone Cold Steve Austin out of his mind.
He has to. Jericho. Oh, and Batista swatting Jericho away. There's just an example of the power factor by Batista. And Batista.
Man, look at Batista's leg.
Caught up in that rope, and Jericho's going to target the knee. Here, Batista just groaning in pain.
Austin giving a lot of leeway here.
Chris Jericho, the world champion, may have found an opening, King.
Oh, you're right. I think Jericho's done some damage now.
It's Stone Cold.
Refereeing is only Stone Cold Steve Austin can. Jericho sidestepping Austin, going around.
Ooh,
man.
But do you blame Jericho? He realizes he's found perhaps the shot to open this matchup wide open for himself, King.
Oh, no, you can't blame Jericho. He needed this. He needed to seize an opportunity.
Jericho
exactly what he's doing here.
He can wear that knee down. He completely can take the power game away from the #1 contender. Although Batista's got Jericho in a predicament.
Batista could have locked those legs there. It would have been a vice-like grip.
Jericho just targeting the injured knee. Chop block takes Batista down.
Really nothing Stone Cold Steve Austin can do about this because it's Jericho just, he's being an opportunist. I don't think it's a good idea to add insult to injury.
And trash talk on top of that. And Batista made Jericho pay. Batista, who would have this night marked on his calendar for weeks. They're going to regain that world title, and Jericho right back down to the injured knee.
It's a slow drop kick right there to the, as you said, the knee of Batista. Watch this one more time. Man.
And off the drop kick, Jericho went right back to work. Wrenching the knee of Batista, taking out the power game.
Well, as you know, as magnificent a specimen as Batista is, and the upper body strength that he possesses, even more, probably the most of his strength is in his legs. And if Jericho could take that away, way ahead of the game.
Batista fighting back. And Jericho right back on the attack, wearing the animal down. Batista should say Jericho King claims that he is the best.
Well, that's why he wants that respect. And as Batista said, if Jericho can win here tonight, he will win respect.
And there's the power of Batista and the strength of the animal.
Oh, look out here.
Oh, on one leg.
Well, Batista just basically limping into that corner.
The drop toe hold by the wily champion. Batista just couldn't get a head of steam going there.
Slowly gets a hit of turnbuckle.
And Batista,
whoa.
Jericho in trouble.
Yeah,
Batista
Jericho.
with Jericho up high. Jericho sliding through, grabs the leg, shoulders down. He may have him, and Batista just kicked at it at 2.5. Batista in so much trouble, managed somehow to get his shoulder off the mat. And Jericho is that close from the victory. And now the confidence begins oozing out of the veins of Chris Jericho.
Well, I talked earlier about that body language. Look at the difference now.
The smile on the face of the narcissistic Jericho. Oof.
Oh yeah, he feels he's got things under control. Everything's going his way now.
The first ever undisputed champion, 8-time Intercontinental champion, runs into a boot from Batista.
Well, everything was going Jericho's way.
But can the animal capitalize? Can he take advantage?
I'll tell you, Jericho probably still in his mind is that man, Stone Cold Steve Austin, going to be biased or unbiased in this match. And you got to admit that earlier on, that looked like that could have been a 3 count. It was close to a 3 count, but was it a quick count or what?
Well, what matters is Batista got the shoulder up. The match continues. World title on the line. The #1 contender, Batista, trying to build momentum. Now it's Jericho who's in trouble.
Man, that almost took Jericho's head off.
And Batista with Jericho up high. Knee buckled for a moment, but still was able to deliver the slam.
That may have done more damage to Batista than it did to Jericho.
Batista wasting a little time, though, trying to put Jericho away.
Well, as you can see, every one of Batista's strength moves utilizes his legs, and they're damaged.
And now Jericho rolls Batista on his belly to the walls of Jericho.
Let's get in it.
This is the submission maneuver. If Batista taps here, it's over.
We've often asking, but Batista.
And Batista trying to drag the champion of the ropes. Can he make it to the bottom rope to force a break? Will this match continue?
Jericho unable to lock his hands, but now he is, but he had to concentrate on one leg, but even more pressure.
Yeah, but the injured leg. Jericho switched to the injured knee and leg of Batista. Batista may tap. Batista trying to make it to the bottom rope, but he's not quite there.
Jericho just pounding that knee.
Continues the assault. Batista makes it to the ropes. It will force Jericho.
Hey, look at this. Wait a minute now.
There are many referees that can do that.
I don't think that means that Austin thinks Jericho's number one.
Now Jericho had to break the hold, King. Batista made it to the bottom rope.
Yeah, but Austin didn't have to pull Jericho's hair out by the roots.
Jericho right back to work on the injured knee of Batista. Batista somehow. And it took the world side slam. Cover, could have it. World title on the line. 2 count. Did he get him?
Whoa, is that it?
No, 2.5.
Oh, man.
So close for Batista to regain the world championship.
I mean, that may be what it's going to take for Batista here. He may have to pull something out of the hat, hit something out of nowhere.
Wild clothesline. Batista, you saw him grimace in pain as he grabbed the champion. Now Jericho goes to the knees to try to stay away from that Batista bomb. And Jericho grabbing the ropes, everything he can do.
Those ropes. Well, can you blame him? The last thing you want to do is be the victim of a Batista bomb.
But again, the veteran Jericho, the world champion, he's got Batista in trouble. Animal doesn't realize Jericho's on the top rope. Oh, now he does.
Jericho flies right into a huge clothesline.
Batista cover, hooks the leg, there's 2. Will he get him at Jericho?
Watch this clothesline. Once again out of nowhere, catching Jericho.
But Batista not able to capitalize as Jericho kicks out at 2.5.
Batista's legs bad shape.
Batista buying himself some time, but also stalking the champion.
I think he's setting up for the spear.
The Animal, his eyes set.
Here comes
the spear.
Oh,
Into the steel post, shoulder first.
Oh, now he's got a bad shoulder to go with those bad legs.
And Jericho quickly to the outside, senses this could be the turning point of the matchup for the champion.
Well, could be.
What in the world?
Where's Jericho trying to...
Batista's got a bad knee, bad shoulder.
Well, now...
Jericho's got a bad back. As Batista.
Oh, he's in unfamiliar territory up there.
You never see the Animal on the top rope, but it's effective. Flying shoulder block. Hook of the leg. World title. No, again a kick out.
Wow. Oh, man.
Jericho survived yet again. Over the past couple of months as champion, Jericho has taken advantage of every situation. Batista planting Jericho. But Jericho, look at this! Jericho hooks the leg. Will Jericho retain the title and Batista kicks out?
Boy, Jericho, that was really how he had his wits about him to be able to just, after being slammed to the mat by Batista, he dived right on top of Batista.
Batista didn't have all of it, that was for sure, King. It had to be the bad knee, not able to use the complete power game.
Jericho's starting to complain about Austin's count. I think, nice. In my opinion, I think Austin's count's been right on the money. Oh, no!
Jericho!
Whoa, look out, Steve!
Jericho ducking out of the way and Batista plowing into the referee.
And Austin,
A code breaker! A code breaker! But the champion realizes, King, there's no ref.
I don't know if he realizes what happened to the ref, but he doesn't see Austin.
And here's the cover. And here comes Shawn Michaels. He was one of the other choices for referee. Here's the cover.
Look at this, Jericho screaming, count! There's one! There's 2!
And Batista kicks at it too. Remember what Michaels said to Jericho, King? This is going to be the worst night of your life.
Well, that was the longest count in history. looks like, I don't know, that man's confused once again. Jericho strikes from behind.
Batista distracted by JBL.
Austin has somehow made his way back into the ring, but he's still in bad shape over there.
And Jericho believes the tide has turned to his favor. Now,
Jericho looked back and saw Stone Cold Steve Austin down, Batista down.
hey, what? Randy Orton!
Randy Orton!
Another one of the referee choices. And now Orton's gonna call this thing. World title off the skull. And remember the rules that were made earlier on by Stone Cold. As here's Jericho into the cover. Hooks the leg. Will he retain the title? Batista kicked out somehow.
What? How did Batista kick out of that?
Hey.
Uh-oh. Orton! Orton! Stunner! Orton stunned right out of the ring!
The rattlesnake is struck. What for the stunner to Jericho? Batista, spinebuster.
Batista! There's a thumbs down!
Bad leg at all. Can he connect here, King? Can Batista do it?
Bad news for Jericho!
Oh, the Batista bomb. Here's the cover. Can he do it? Can Batista do it? We've got a new world champion.
Here is your winner and the new World Heavyweight Champion, Batista!
Stone Cold Steve Austin counts the shoulders of Chris Jericho down, and Batista, the new World Heavyweight Champion.
Luck has run out on Chris Jericho.
Man, could anything else have happened? This is amazing.
Batista's exhausting and laboring journey back to the top is over. Batista is a four-time world champion.
Oh man, look at that sight. Stone Cold Steve Austin, the Texas Rattlesnake, raising the hand of the animal, Batista.
So many twists and turns, so many close calls for Batista over nearly a year. But Batista finally regains the gold here tonight at Cyber Sunday.
What a matchup.
A gutsy performance by Batista, digging deep down inside after injuring his knee early on in the matchup.
Well, it's all about respect. That's what this match was about. And tonight, Batista earns the respect.
The animal stampeding through Jericho at Cyber Sunday. He said it, King. Could anything else have happened in that match?